The hospital smell clung to me, antiseptic and metal. My stitches pulled when I shifted in my chair. I was still sore from the accident, my body bruised, my ribs aching. That's when my father started yelling, "Pay rent or get out!" His voice cracked with the kind of rage he thought made him a man. "I can't right now, The slap came fast, ringing in my ears. My cheek burned, my head snapped sideways, and the world tilted. I hit the floor hard. Blood filled my mouth. My ribs screamed when I tried to sit up. He stood over me, sneering. "You think you're too good for this family?" I didn't answer. I just looked at him. And that was the moment something inside me went quiet. Not broken, quiet. Growing up, my father's love had conditions: obedience, gratitude, silence. I learned early that apologies weren't about truth, they were about restoring his comfort. He'd call it teaching me respect, but what he really taught me was how to mask my anger, how to file it away until I could use it. After the accident, I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd show some humanity. I'd been hit by a drunk driver. I'd been lucky to survive. But instead of care, I got an invoice: rent, utilities, interest for every day I wasn't working. He'd done it before, turning my pain into leverage. But that night when I tasted blood on the carpet of the house I'd helped pay for, I decided this would be the last time. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I planned. First, I needed space. I told him I'd pay in 2 weeks. He grunted, satisfied that he'd won, not realizing he'd just given me time. I stayed in my room, healed, and researched. Property records, bank accounts. I knew he'd refinanced the house twice, always desperate for cash. I also knew his taxes were creative. Then I remembered something. When I was 17, he'd made me an authorized user on his business credit card for emergencies. He'd never taken me off. That was my opening. I started small, transferred every legitimate business expense to a neat spreadsheet. Then I documented the less legitimate ones: the vacations, the cash withdrawals, the bar tabs that stretched into hundreds. I packaged it all with receipts, dates, amounts, and sent it anonymously to the IRS. Not out of spite, out of precision. While they reviewed, I worked on the second part. I'd overheard him brag to a friend once about renting out his back garage for cash off the books. I reached out to the tenant, offered to cover their first month somewhere else if they were willing to confirm his arrangement, in writing. They agreed. That letter went into the same package I'd already sent. Then I waited. 2 months later, the letter came, thick, official, with that IRS seal on the front. He opened it at the kitchen table, his face going pale as he read. He didn't speak to me for the rest of the night. But I wasn't finished. The final move came when I'd saved enough to leave. I found a small apartment across town, signed the lease, and packed quietly. On my last morning in that house, I left an envelope on the table. Inside, a note, and a copy of the report I'd sent to the IRS. The note was short. "You taught me to pay my debts. Consider this me settling ours." 2 weeks later, I got the first message. "They froze my account. Are you behind this?" I didn't respond. A month after that, "They're auditing me. You've ruined me." Still silence. The last time I saw him was by accident, in line at a gas station. He looked smaller, older. He didn't make eye contact. I walked past him like he was a stranger. Some people think revenge is about rage. It's not. Rage burns too hot, too fast. Precision is colder, quieter, more permanent. He thought he could beat me down and I'd keep coming back. He thought family meant ownership. But family, to me, is chosen, and I choose to remove rot. Now I live in a place that's mine. No yelling, no walking on eggshells, no tally of what I owe. He taught me that power belongs to the one who can walk away without looking back. So I did. And the best part? Every April, when tax season comes around, I know he thinks of me. Not with love, not with pride, with fear.